Hello, and welcome to Dratman Plays XCOM Enemy Within, Episode 12. Alright, let's review. We have the thermogenerator finished in 1 day. Then we have the council report. And light plasma rifle is 20 days off. Now one thing I was thinking about is maybe we should build some satellites now so that they're ready to go.
Commander, our current satellite uplink facilities are at full capacity. We should build additional uplinks as soon as possible to allow for new satellite deployments.
Because if we build another satellite uplink, we'll get capacity for 3 more. So I just want to get those in the queue. I don't think there's anything that we really need to spend money on right now. We're going to have renewed funding soon. Let's have a look at these. Flashbang grenade. Grenade-style weapon emits a disorienting flash of light with accompanying sounds. Any enemies that can see the blast will be disoriented, suffer severe penalties to aim and movement. Robotic and psionic enemies are immune. Reaper rounds. Experimental ballistics that have led to this specialized conventional weapon load. It can cause substantial extra damage to affected targets, but the additional casing elements makes it less accurate at long range. The rounds will not work with pistols, though. So this doesn't sound like the sort of thing you'd want to equip on a sniper, but potentially an assault. I don't know if I'm that familiar with these Reaper rounds. I don't remember using them in the past. But you know what, let's just manufacture one and then you can use it as an option. Same thing with the flashbang. And we may or may not get those into use. Alright, now I believe we have a mission. Oh yes, a terror attack in Mexico City. We should send a squad there. So, support, assault, sniper, heavy. Another support, another heavy. Let's, oops, I'm just going to clear that just so I can see what other options we have. Terror attacks, I think generally we don't want more than one sniper. And Jamaica might be better because he has the gunslinger. So for kind of in close quarters, he would be more effective with the additional option to doing long-range shots where they present themselves as options. Okay, so highest ranked assault, support, sniper, and heavy. And then we've got 2 more spots here. Oh wait, yes. Okay, Yukiko is also on the mission. You know what? I think the extra heavy is not a bad idea. Now, as for loadout, I'm not going to bring the arc thrower just because we're going to be seeing flashbang grenade. Why not? I think we're going to be seeing a lot of chrysalids, and they don't carry weapons. So, I mean, we could capture one for interrogation, but we're not going to gather any additional tools or weaponry, which is kind of what I'd like to aim for. I mean, if we could capture some light plasma rifles, that would reduce our costs in manufacturing them. And let's see, Reaper rounds. Let's try giving them to our assault. Affects conventional weapons only, adds 20% critical chance against organic targets. Doubles the weapon's range penalty. Well, alright, let's try it out and see what happens. You know, and let's just give it the shotgun. Her whole thing will be try to get in close and wreak havoc with her mega damage. Okay, this looks reasonable to me. I think we can get going.
Dropship has arrived.
We're going to be putting down in Mexico for this mission. We've gotten reports of alien activity taking place in a densely populated urban center. We should move to secure the area and minimize further civilian casualties.
Okay, so terror attacks work a little bit differently than abductions. There will be a number of civilians on the map, and it's our objective to protect them. There are two ways to protect a civilian. One is to approach one, and if you get close enough, they'll have a little circle around them. If you enter that circle, they run away and they're saved. I believe there's a minimum that we need to save. It's something like 6. The other way you can save civilians is just by killing all the aliens. And sometimes that's just practically a better approach. Instead of endangering your soldiers, trying to get to civilians to tag them to have them saved, sometimes just going full on and killing all the bad guys is the best way to go. And we'll decide how we're going to approach once we see the map and have a sense of the layout, etc.
Central, this is Big Sky. Confirm signal uplink. Strike team is in position near the terror site. Awaiting confirmation.
Solid copy, Big Sky. Strike 1 has been given the green light. Your highest priority is to protect those civilians.
Okay, so if you look at the count here, there's 18 civilians on the map. None have been saved, and so far none have been killed. That's not going to last too long, as you can hear by the screeching and shouting. So for example, there's a civilian. If we run within this circle, we save that guy. Now, I've done abduction missions on this map. I've done a terror attack on this one, so I'm not sure exactly what the aliens typically do. But let's just start investigating. Okay, so there's another civilian here. So we can see 2. And there's this mysterious blob there. I kind of want to get a look down here.
Heading to that location.
Alright, so we haven't sighted any enemies yet. I have a feeling we might see something in here. Well, there's another civilian, and inside the building there's one here. I guess that's also on the 2nd floor. So I don't really want to split my squad up too much, but so far I'm not seeing any civilians here, so what I might do is send the bulk of our force into the building, maybe have at least 2 soldiers kind of swing by the outside here. Now it can be tempting to kind of run in.
On my way.
But it is quite easy to be overwhelmed by aliens. They
Heading to that location.
tend to be very numerous and powerful. I think we'll see floaters, very likely chrysalids. I don't know if I want to bring her in one more step.
Getting it done.
Same thing here. Do I want to advance one of these 2?
Affirmative.
Because we don't need to put everyone on Overwatch. But we do want to be ready when the aliens present themselves. I'm not even sure if it's worth her going on Overwatch just because her range is so terrible.
Aye, aye, Commander.
There we go.
The target remains.
Well, we got a couple hits. Wow, okay. What's your chance? What's Tao's chance to hit? 85 and 92, so pretty good chance to hit. This enemy has 4 hit points remaining, and that one has 5. So we're gonna definitely need multiple hits to take care of these guys. So she could throw a grenade and just chuck it here and hit both these guys, which might be a good idea. So Zhang is available to come out over here and help. Yukiko can't see yet, doesn't have any line of sight, either does Chimeka. So Chimeka's options only to use his pistol, because once he moves he won't be able to fire his rifle. Okay. I think I might use him to take a shot at this guy. If we're lucky we take him out. If not, we'll work on the second guy, and then we'll have a last option of chucking a grenade to kind of finish them off. So a grenade will finish him. So if we can get this guy down to 3 points or less, we should be good. I'm assuming she can see from there.
That's affirmative.
Okay, so both those guys are down to low enough hit points that we can just take them out this way. And I'm tempted to do this because I don't want to use my whole squad just taking shots at these guys and then hoping for the best. I want to make sure that they're done. Okay, so now these guys are available to move in.
I'm on the move. Solid copy.
We still have Fang back here. Now I'm trying to remember how to get to the second floor of this building. Let's have a look inside. So there's some stairs, or a ladder over here. Oh, there's a ladder on the inside too. Okay. Let's bring her to the ladder, and then on the next... Oh, there's another one here too. Well, we'll bring her to one of the ladders, and then she can make her way up the next time. Oh, something bad happened to someone up there.
Moving out. I gotcha. You're safe.
Now that woman who was killed, which level was that? Oh, it looks like it was outside. Oh, she was standing over here. Interesting. So that means there's probably a chrysalid over there somewhere. So I'll have to keep that in mind.
I am going. You're clear. Go.
I can't quite get to the civilian in one move. So let's hold off on him for now.
Je me remue. Courez jusqu'à l'hélico.
I wonder if we need to put a second soldier up on the second floor here.
On my way.
I'm not 100% comfortable with her being there by herself. Okay, so they can stay here and go on Overwatch, support one another. I should probably bring Chimeka up a bit closer.
Okay.
So maybe get that civilian on the next turn. Okay, who else has not taken a single movement yet? Tao, okay.
Moving out.
And then I think Overwatch is all around.
this at? Join in. I have a visual on the target. Their confidence is shaken.
Okay, so that was good. We took out one of those two floaters with reaction fire. Now, can anyone see this guy yet? 52. Bad aim and low cover. Well, I mean, 72 is not the worst, but if it was higher, we'd have a better chance. Okay, so there's a guy here. I think I can run here and rescue the civilian and then maybe still be able to take a shot at that floater there. Okay, so that's 4 civilians. I think we need a minimum of 6, so still not any better. I have to remind myself that you have to get quite close to get an aim bonus, so we shouldn't always expect to do better by just moving up a little bit.
Roger that.
.66, that's a little bit better. Now, I don't think she's going to be able to aim at this guy from the window. Oh, there's someone on the roof. How do we get up there? Oh, okay. Well, she might just be fine up there.
On my way. Heading to that location.
Okay. I think that counts as in range of that
Heading
civilian.
to that location. Weapons hot.
It doesn't. Jerk. Okay. Oh, there's a civilian right there. So I was thinking maybe we can do a rocket. Problem is you don't want to blow up those friendlies. Oh, looks like I can hit all 3 of these guys with one blast. Now there's a 10% chance I'll miss, but I kind of like the idea of taking 3 guys out with one shot.
With pleasure.
We nailed it, Commander. Mission accomplished.
Okay, so we won't get as many weapon fragments as we might have otherwise wanted, but we saved a lot of civilians. That's really what we came here for. I also like shooting rockets. They go boom. Yeah, I mean, normally we want to be pretty restrained, but the possibility of taking 3 guys out at once appealed to me very much. The problem there is those guys have pretty decent aim, and if we...
Impressive work, Commander. Our soldiers have to be feeling good after a mission like that.
If we had gotten unlucky with conventional fire and not been able to kill them, even just leaving 2 could have put our soldiers at risk, just because 2 of them could take, let's say 2 of them both took shots at Zhang and both hit. I mean, he could have been taken down. I'm not saying that's likely, but there is a danger to leaving multiple enemies on the map, especially ones that have decent offensive capabilities. Okay, Zhang, looks like you got promoted. You got 3 kills in that. Actually, maybe he had 4 kills potentially, because I think it was his reaction fire that took out the other floater, so he might have killed 4 floaters all on his own. He's a captain now. Does he want to be a grenadier? Allows 2 grenades in a single inventory slot. And grenades do +1 damage, I like that. Danger zone. Increases the area of effect on suppression and all rocket attacks by 2 tiles. Well, he doesn't have suppression. So then really what this comes down to is, do we want the 2 rockets that he currently has to have a greater range, or do we want an extra grenade, and do we want grenades to cause more damage? I'm not sure what's the better option here. This option gives us more explosives, essentially, right? Just an extra grenade and makes them slightly more effective. This, on the other hand, makes the 2 rockets we've already got increases their range quite a bit. So if you remember from that last mission, I was trying to figure out whether I could get all three of those bad guys in the blast radius. Turned out I was able to. Good. However, if one of them had been just slightly, spread out a little bit more, we wouldn't have been able to hit all three. And if we had had Danger Zone, that would may have been we may have been able to overcome a little bit of extra space between them. Now the drawback is that the bigger explosion, the more consideration you have to take to collateral damage. So for example, also in that last mission, if there are civilians nearby, we might have discovered that, oh, we can hit all three, but now because the blast radius is so big, we're going to hit some civilians as well. Or if we're on a crashed UFO mission and we're exploring a downed UFO, it might have been the case that with the smaller blast radius we could maybe hit one or two targets, but with the bigger radius it's impossible without doing extra damage to the ship. So this isn't always the best. I mean, there's pros and cons to having a bigger blast radius. I might just go with the extra grenade. Maybe Bernadette could go the other way, just so we can get some variety. Speaking of whom, she's still not there yet. Yeah, I think heat ammo is just the better option here. Alright, so our heavies were promoted, that's good. Yeah, not a lot of weapon fragments, unfortunately. Panic in Mexico has decreased by 4. Panic has decreased across North America.
We will be in touch, Commander.
That is big. Let's look at this.
I'm sure the troops will be eager to get out there and even up the body count.
So we have 3 satellites. We'd have to send one to South Africa, but we could potentially do Argentina and Brazil now. And get those autopsies and interrogations done ASAP. So that's, as an aside, one reason why you want to wait as late as possible to launch your satellites, because the terror missions, if you're successful, reduces the panic in those countries. So if we put a satellite here and then gotten the terror mission, we basically would have negated the benefit of the satellite in terms of the reduction in...
We're monitoring several contacts at the moment, but we may need to run a diagnostic. This doesn't look like a legitimate target.
In any case, I think you see my point is that the successful terror mission basically alleviated the need to launch satellites here. So I'm glad that we didn't jump the gun and launch them prematurely. So after we get the thermal generator, I might launch those satellites.
Thermal generator online.
Our worst suspicions may have been true after all. They're not just here for abductions. They have something else in mind.
Thermal generator. That gives us 20 power. Now, I don't think we can afford to build an uplink yet because we're a couple bucks short. 20 engineers. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that the number of engineers you need increases as well. So the first uplink we need 10, our second uplink requires 20. So speaking of that, okay, we have 17 engineers, so we'll probably get 3 more. So we're going to get 1 engineer and 1 scientist from the United States. Another engineer from Africa. So if we launch 2 satellites, 1 here and 1 here, then we will get 2 scientists and 2 engineers, and that'll put us over 20. Well, we definitely want to send 1 here. We currently have... Oh, I see, yeah, I had ignored this. So currently we have 1 satellite, so we get 1 engineer. When we launch the second satellite...
Quiet for the moment. Guess we should enjoy it while it lasts.
Then we get another scientist and another engineer. Well, in any case, we have to do this just to get the panic down.
Satellite launched.
If we launch in Egypt, we'll get another engineer and scientist, but we already have the continent bonus, so don't need to prioritize that. These guys don't need, don't need panic reduction, but let's look at our research.
I just don't understand.
Why use such advanced technology against innocent civilians?
We have 5 autopsies all queued up here that we're ignoring. I don't know if there's anything crucial here that we absolutely need. I think if we research chrysalid, then we get an option for another armor, kind of like the nano vest. It's like a chitin plating. Thin Man and insectoid or floater, I forget which. They give us some things we can purchase for our interceptors. So here's my thinking, like, if we do this we can get a bunch of research done right away, but I sort of feel like, what if we launch these satellites and then we get some terror attacks here that we don't want to do, and the panic gets out of control, and we could have like, we've got 3 satellites in the queue, right? So maybe we can wait to do these guys next time. So in the short term, where would we get the biggest benefit?
I still don't understand why the aliens would be willing to go to all this trouble. What could they be after?
If we go to Canada, we get a good amount of funding and another scientist and engineer. France gets us more scientists, and Japan gets us more engineers. Let's do Canada and France.
Satellite launched.
So I think scientists is more useful to us.
Satellite uplink facilities at maximum capacity.
Oh yeah, now we need to get some.
Required.
We need to do.
The engineering team is doing some tests right now that could be disruptive. I'm going to alert the staff as a precaution.
Europe. Order interceptors. Oh, well, let's order one. Get another one next month. Maybe we want another Phoenix cannon. Okay, council report in 4 days. Let's see if we can hit that before we get another mission.
Satellite coverage now available over South Africa.
We are extremely impressed with the progress of the XCOM project thus far, Commander. Your recent results were beyond our expectations, and that is not a statement this council makes lightly.
So look at that, almost 1,000 credits, 5 scientists and 4 engineers.
Remember, we will be watching.
Okay, I would like a satellite uplink here. Genetics lab. And let's go for a regular laboratory here. And we'll order another interceptor here. And let's upgrade the weaponry on this one ship in Europe. Okay, I think that's good. And we even have a little bit of money left over. Was there anything in the officer training school we were going to do? Lead by example is pretty cheap. Let's just get that done now, and then we'll still save some cash for other facilities and weapons and all that kind of stuff for later. I think we're okay for medals at the moment. Look at that, we can't view the memorial because we haven't had any soldier fatalities yet. Alright, let's get back to mission control and scan for activity. We'll have some satellites up in the air soon, new interceptors in Europe, and the next thing up is these laboratories that will be done in 10 days. Chances are we will get abductions or some other mission before then, but let's see.
Satellite coverage now contact detected. Canada.
Okay. A UFO has landed. A large scout. Okay. So this is a little bit different. Because we didn't shoot down this UFO, it is undamaged and will have a full crew. And it is large. And I don't know how large a large scout is, but this is not going to be a cakewalk. This will be probably our most difficult mission so far. And we're going to tackle that next time. Thank you for joining me for Dratman Plays XCOM Enemy Within, Episode 12. Please join me for Episode 13, where we will investigate a landed UFO in France. Bye-bye.